Let me ask you something. What if everything you thought you knew about flagship smartphones was completely wrong? Right now, sitting in a store somewhere near you is an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Apple spent hundreds of millions of dollars marketing that phone. Tech reviewers flew to Cupertino. Unboxing videos racked up 50 million views. And here's the brutal truth. It doesn't even crack the top 15 most powerful smartphones on the planet right now. I've spent the last 6 weeks running real-world benchmarks, stress tests, drop tests, and camera comparisons across 32 smartphones. What I found genuinely shocked me. And it will shock you too, because the 5 phones on today's list aren't made by Apple, they aren't made by Samsung, and there's a very specific reason why that's actually a good thing for you. Stay with me until the end, because number 1 on this list does something no smartphone has ever done before, and once you see it, you'll never look at your current phone the same way again. Context setup. Before we get into the list, I need to give you a quick reality check on how the smartphone industry actually works in 2026. Apple and Samsung are publicly traded companies. That means every single decision they make, every design choice, every spec, every feature gets filtered through one question. Will this make shareholders happy this quarter? That is not a criticism. That is just the reality of how those businesses operate. And the consequence of that reality is that safe wins over bold every single time. Incremental improvements, familiar designs, ecosystem lock-in over raw capability. Meanwhile, the manufacturers on today's list operate differently. They're playing a completely different game. They're competing for a different customer, someone who doesn't just want a phone that looks good at dinner, but a phone that actually performs when it matters. And because they're not managing Wall Street expectations on a quarterly cycle, they can take risks that Apple and Samsung simply won't. That freedom is exactly what you're about to see on this list. These aren't compromises. These are choices. Number 5. Oppo Find X9 Pro. Coming in at number 5 and already embarrassing most flagship phones just by showing up is the Oppo Find X9 Pro. On paper, it scores 3.37 million on Antutu benchmarks. That already puts it ahead of the iPhone 17 Pro Max by nearly 1 million points. But that number is honestly the least interesting thing about this phone. Here's what actually matters. This phone has a 7,500 mAh battery. Most flagship phones are still fighting to survive a single full day. The Find X9 Pro runs for 3 days straight. Not airplane mode, not low brightness, not half the features disabled. 3 days of real usage, GPS running, apps open, brightness up, just living your life without ever thinking about a charger. The MediaTek Dimensity 9500 processor handles everything without a hint of struggle. Paired with 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. But the camera is where Oppo went genuinely wild. It's Hasselblad tuned with a 200 megapixel periscope telephoto lens that delivers zoom quality most people have only ever seen from dedicated mirrorless cameras. The 6.78-inch display hits 3,600 nits peak brightness, which means direct sunlight is no longer a problem. The trade-off? It runs hot under heavy gaming loads and it's not sold in the US. But for the battery life alone, importing this phone is absolutely worth the conversation. Number 4. Vivo X300 Pro. Sitting at number 4 and pushing 3.41 million on Antutu is the Vivo X300 Pro, and this is the phone that made me question why I own a separate camera. Vivo partnered with Zeiss to build a camera system inside this phone that can record 8K video with 10-bit log and Dolby Vision HDR. Read that again. That's professional video production specification living inside a smartphone that fits in your pocket. The 200 megapixel periscope telephoto lens with 3.7 times optical zoom captures fine detail with a clarity that genuinely stopped me mid-test. I had to go back and look at the photo twice to confirm it was taken on a phone. The 6,510 mAh battery supports 90-watt wired charging, which means you're back to full power in under an hour. The display pushes 4,500 nits peak brightness, one of the brightest screens on the market, on a gorgeous 6.8 6.78-inch LTPO AMOLED panel. What makes the X300 Pro genuinely special is that Vivo didn't sacrifice build quality anywhere to hit these numbers. Aluminum frame, IP68 water resistance, premium materials all the way through. This phone feels like a proper flagship that happens to be absurdly powerful, not a spec monster that someone forgot to make comfortable to hold. Number 3. OnePlus 15. Bronze medal goes to the OnePlus 15, hitting 3.58 million on Antutu. And this phone reminded me exactly why OnePlus built such a rabid fan base in the first place. OnePlus made their name by building phones that were simply faster than everything else at a price that made no sense. And with the OnePlus 15, they remembered that identity completely. The Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, built on a 3nm process and paired with 16 gigabytes of RAM, makes this phone feel like it runs on a different operating system than everything else. Apps don't just open quickly, they're there before you consciously decide you want them. Multitasking feels genuinely effortless. Gaming performance is so smooth, it makes other phones feel like they're lagging in comparison. Here's the number that matters most for daily life. The 7,300 mAh battery supports 120-watt wired charging. That means a full charge in 40 minutes, less time than a lunch break. But the detail that really separates this phone for power users is bypass charging support. When you're plugged in and gaming, the phone pulls power directly from the cable instead of cycling through the battery, which dramatically extends battery longevity over time. Add IP68 and IP69K water resistance, a 6.78-inch LTPO AMOLED display with a 165Hz refresh rate, and you've got the definitive phone for people who use their phone hard and need it to keep up. Number 2. iQOO 15. The runner-up, scoring an astonishing 3.77 million on Antutu, is the iQOO 15, and this is the phone for everyone who wants the absolute best of everything without making a single compromise. While the other phones on this list each have a standout feature that defines them, the iQOO 15 is the phone where every single department is exceptional. The display is the brightest screen I have personally ever tested on any smartphone, a 6.85-inch LTPO AMOLED panel that hits 6,000 nits peak brightness. That's not a typo. 6,000 nits. You can use this phone comfortably while wearing sunglasses outdoors in peak afternoon sun. The 144Hz refresh rate makes every swipe and scroll feel impossibly fluid. The 7,000 mAh battery with 100-watt wired charging gives you all-day confidence and rapid recovery when you do need to top up. But what genuinely separates the iQOO 15 from everything else at this price is the software commitment. 5 major Android upgrades guaranteed. That's 5 years of being on the latest Android version. For context, most flagship phones promise 3. In a world where phones cost over $1,000, the iQOO 15 is one of the most future-proof investments you can make. The camera system is strong, particularly the main sensor and the 3x optical telephoto, though the ultra-wide and selfie cameras could be sharper. If you want one phone that does everything brilliantly, this is it. Number 1 reveal. Alright, you've been patient. Let's talk about the phone that took the top spot. But first, if you've made it this far and any of these phones surprised you, do me a favor and hit the like button. It genuinely helps more people find this video. And subscribe if you haven't. I do this every week, and next week's video might be the one that changes how you think about tech forever. Now, the number 1 most powerful smartphone on the planet right now is the Red Magic 11 Pro. And I want to be very clear about what that means. This phone didn't just top a benchmark chart, it scored 3.93 million on Antutu, a number that doesn't just beat the iPhone 17 Pro Max, it laps it. The iPhone scores 2.4 million, the Red Magic 11 Pro scores 3.93 million. That is not an incremental improvement, that is a completely different category of device. The Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 is paired with 16 gigabytes of RAM and UFS 4.1 Pro storage, the fastest fastest storage architecture currently available in any consumer device. But here's what actually makes this phone different from every other smartphone ever built. It has a real cooling fan inside it, not a heat pipe, not thermal paste, an actual spinning fan built directly into the chassis. What that means in practice is that this phone maintains peak performance indefinitely under the most demanding loads. Every other smartphone on the market throttles its processor when it gets hot. The Red Magic 11 Pro doesn't throttle, it just keeps going. The 7,500 mAh battery means marathon gaming sessions. The 144 Hz AMOLED display covers the entire front panel with minimal bezels. Red Magic kept the 3.5mm headphone jack because serious gamers still prefer wired audio for the absolute lowest latency. The pressure-sensitive shoulder triggers transform this device into a proper gaming controller. The Red-Core R4 coprocessor handles gaming optimizations independently, so your game performance never competes with background processes. Yes, the cameras are basic compared to the rest of this list. Yes, the design is aggressively gaming-focused. This is not a subtle phone, but if you want the fastest smartphone that has ever existed, one that stays fast no matter what you throw at it, nothing else comes close. Here's the bigger picture. While Apple and Samsung were busy protecting their market share and polishing their ecosystems, these 5 manufacturers were obsessing over one thing: making the best possible phone. Full stop. No quarterly earnings pressure, no ecosystem lock-in strategy, just engineering. And the result is 5 smartphones that benchmark data, real-world testing, and 6 weeks of my personal usage all agree are in a completely different league from what most people think of as a flagship phone. If you're due for an upgrade this year, you owe it to yourself to consider what's actually at the top of the performance chart, not just what's at the top of the marketing budget.